how tall you are, okay? So if I were to ask you, actually I want to know how tall you are. Who knows how tall you are? Dakari, how tall are you?
5 foot and 0 inches.
Oh, 5 feet 0 inches. Angela, how tall? 5 foot 0 inches. Someone who's not 5 foot 0 inches. Who else do we have?
I think I'm 4.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're talking out. Japheth, how tall are you? 5 feet 5 inches. Good. One more, Bridley.
I'm 4 foot 7.
4 feet 7 inches. So wait, when I ask what your height is, many of you will say this many feet, this many inches. What if I asked you how many inches tall you were? We're trying if you would know how many inches tall you were. Is your height magically going to change? So Dakari, who is 5 feet tall, if Dakari is 5 feet tall, Dakari, how many inches are you?
72.
72. Dakari is 72. No. 60.
Yeah.
Dakari is 60 inches, okay? So Dakari is 60 inches and 5 feet tall. Did Dakari magically grow?
Yes.
No, he's the same. It's the same height. That's a conversion factor, okay? So 5 feet, 60 inches, it's the same. All right, Brindley. Oh, you just know how many you are. Perfect. Okay. So that's what a conversion factor is. We're still talking about how tall Dakari is, but once in one situation we're using feet, and in the other situation we're using inches. Okay. So today you guys are going to be spending a lot of time changing your units of measurement, and you're going to be using your green paper right here in your math journal. If you don't have this, it's going to make your assignment really hard to do. So you need to be able to reference it, okay? So we're going to do some conversions, all right? We're going to do a little bit with the metric system, and then we're also going to do some measurements with the customary. So I'm going to start with customary because that's kind of what everyone's used to, okay? So I have a story for you to start with. Are you ready? Once upon a time, this last weekend, I was with Harry Potter the dog. And she's so cute and brown and furry, you guys. And so Harry Potter was playing, and her favorite toy in the whole wide world is a tennis ball, okay? And so I have to chuck it, and I like to throw it, and sometimes I like to bounce it on the ground. And so I bounced it on this ground, and Harry Potter went up to catch it, and usually she's really good at catching it, but she went up to catch it, and then she like nicked it with her nose, okay? And when she hit it with her nose, it went flying over into the neighbor's yard, okay? It went flying into the neighbor's yard, and it just kept on rolling because my neighbor has like a lot of nice pavement going on in the back, and so it just kept on rolling. There was nothing to stop it, no trees, it just kept rolling. So Dakari, who's talking? Thank you, Fred. Okay, and so the ball just keeps on going. And my husband and I, we were talking about it, and it went really far. This ball, it started in our yard and ended across our neighbor's yard, and it actually rolled 42 yards. That's far. That's far, right? But it's because Harry Potter's part wizard. So 42 yards, and this is the yard right here. So 42 of these. And there was a lot of momentum going on that ball because I bounced it, and then she hit it even farther. So 42 of these right here. What's this called?
Yards.
A yard. This is a yardstick, okay? So the ball went 42 yards. So in our math journals, I actually want to convert this. So I want to know, Harry Potter's ball rolled 42 yards. Go ahead and write this in your math journal. And I want to know how many feet it rolled. Okay? So what we're going to do right now is get out our green paper and look at it. So here are my customary units of length. That's what we're working with today, is length. And I'm going to find feet and yards because that's what we're working with in my story problem. Okay? It's feet and yards. So everyone, show me on your fingers how many feet are in 1 yard. 3. Perfect. So we have 3 feet in 1 yard. So I have 42 yards, 3 feet. And now I need to decide, what am I going to do to work with these numbers right here? I know that my number I'm going to be using is 3, and I know that the number that I was given was 42. So here's what you're going to do. I need pencils down. I need everyone looking at me. Okay? what we did last year. This was our little tip. When you are working with customary units of measurement, you're going to either multiply or divide. So you need to think in your mind, what a yard is. Okay, so here's a yard. Okay, everyone make about the size of a yard with your hands. This is about a yard, right? Okay, and we're going to go from a yard to a foot. Everyone show me what a foot would look like. Yeah, about here. So when I'm taking my measurement units of measurement, I'm going to go from a yard. Everyone's looking at me. And we're going to go from a yard to a foot. So I'm going to multiply. When I'm starting with a bigger number, we're going to go from bigger to smaller. So we multiply. Everyone show me. We're doing it with me. We're going to go from bigger to smaller. So we're going to. I'm sorry. We're going to what? Multiply. Perfect. However, if I was going from, I have lots of talkers. If I was going from feet to yards, I would start from smaller and be going bigger, and then I'm going to divide. Okay? Show me what that would look like. Go from smaller to bigger, then what are we going to do? Divide. Okay? But in this case, we're going from bigger, yards, to feet. So everyone tell me, what are we going to do? Multiply. Yeah, we're going to multiply. Okay. So I'm going to say 42 times 3. And this isn't even a logical way for me to solve it. I actually need to do this on the side. 42 times 3. Let's go ahead and do the math there. 3 times 2 is? 6. 3 times 4 is? 12. Beautiful. So 42 yards is actually how many feet? 126 feet. Is that really far to be bouncing the ball off your nose?
Yes.
Yeah, Harry Potter's part wizard, you guys. She's magical. Okay. Oh, I'm 100% sure that you're talking out, and I'm not in love with it. Okay, I have another example for you that we're going to solve together. Okay. So, let's do feet. We have 100. No. Sorry, guys. Actually, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay. Sorry. This morning when I was working with everyone, we were doing capacity as well. Hi. There, it's all on the desks. Go ahead and grab whatever you need. It's all on the desk. Okay. Thank you, my dear. Okay. So let's go from inches. We have 48 inches. We're going to go from smaller to bigger. Okay. 48 inches equals how many feet? So the way that we're going to solve this is I'm going to do 48. And I'm going to do something with it. On my green chart, we're going to take a look at it. When it has inches and feet, point it out to your partner how many inches are in 1 foot. Show your partner right now. Show your partner right now. Point. How many inches are in 1 foot, friends?
12.
I'm sorry, how many?
12.
12. Good. Okay. And so I went from inches. Gentlemen, right here, I am beyond over having to chat with you about behavior. Dakota's beyond over having to listen to you. Stop having a blank look on your face. Fix your behavior immediately. Ricardo, your math journal should match my math journal perfectly, but it doesn't because you're spending more time goofing off. Okay, so we're gonna go from inches. We're gonna go from inches to feet. Okay, inches to feet. So everyone, show me how big an inch is, and then show me how big a foot is. Okay, so I went from smaller to bigger, so what am I doing? Dividing. Thank you. Angela, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to divide. And 48 divided by 12 is going to equal what, friends? 4, because we know our math fact's 4. So 48 inches is how many feet? 4 feet. Good. Okay, so whenever you are working with customary units of measurement, that's when we want to use bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger, okay? Today, the second part of your assignment is going to be working it with the metric system, okay? I I wrote out a way that my students told me last year. I think you've heard it this way in 5th grade or something similar to it. It's King Henry doesn't drink chocolate milk. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you heard it differently, great. You can use it however you want. But I'm going to write down the way that I was taught by my students last year. So we have King Henry doesn't space drink. King Henry doesn't drink chocolate milk. Okay. Every time you're working with the metric system, this is how I expect it to be set up. Hayden?
A way to take out the blank is King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk.
Yeah. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Love it. The U, that's going to be our unit. I love it. The unit, and for today's unit that we're working with, it's meters. Okay. So King Henry doesn't usually, it's our unit, drink chocolate milk. Love it. It's perfect. Thank you, Peyton. And so we're going to go ahead and convert a couple of units of measurement here. Okay, so I have 1.75 meters. Okay, I have 1.75 meters. And we are going to convert this, oh, I apologize, not meters, centimeters. We have oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. We have 175 centimeters. That was so much harder than it should be. We have 175 centimeters, and I want to convert it into meters, okay? So the way that we do this, and the way that I expect you to do this, is first you're going to put a dot where you're starting. So I'm starting with centimeters, and then you want to put an X as to where you're going. I'm going to meters, not millimeters. If it was millimeters, it'd have 2 M's. It's meters, okay? So the dot is where I'm starting, the X is where I'm ending, and I'm going to move over 1, 2 decimal places, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my decimal. I actually have 175 centimeters, not 1.75, not 17.5, not 0.175. It's 175 centimeters. So my decimal is going to go after. My 5. And so I am moving my decimal place 1, 2 places over. So 1.75 or 175 centimeters is going to be 1.75 meters. This is the work that I expect every time on your homework. Okay, you will need blank paper. Okay, so make sure that your math journal matches my math journal. We're going to write it down one more time for an example. We're going to have King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And in your assignment, or in your, on your assignment today, they will give you something like, it's going to be a comparison, okay? It's going to be a comparison of greater than, less than, equal to, where you get to come up with that. So for our example, there we go. So for our example, I have 537 centimeters, and I have 5.37 meters, okay? So when you are comparing, and this goes for customary as well, but when you are comparing when you're comparing them to find out if they're greater than, less than, or equal to, you need to make sure that you're dealing with the same unit of measurement. Are centimeters and meters the same unit of measurement? No. One is centimeters and one is meters. So you actually need to change them so that they're both the same. And however you choose to do that, it's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and change my meters. So I'm going to start right here. And I want to change them into centimeters, so I'm moving my decimal place 1, 2 places to the right. 1, 2 places to the right, so I can rewrite it as 537 centimeters and 537 centimeters. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Equal to. Perfect. Okay. Once your math journal matches my math journal, I need to open on the corner of your desk. And I need you to get your whiteboards out. Thank you, Alyssa.